I have Michelle McNulty here.
Hello. Hi, Pacific Rim.
She follows us on Twitter.
I do. I totally follow you guys on Twitter. You all cover like all of the best dance events and everything. I love it.
Thank you.
I do.
Well, we know we really got our start here at ABDC, and that's how we kind of got involved in the world. But why don't you tell us about the audition process this season and what you guys are looking for?
Well, this is our final audition for the season here in Los Angeles. We always love to end it in LA for a big bang. We just were in New York last weekend, which we had actually one of, I think, our biggest turnouts in New York, which was really exciting, and also Chicago and Houston the weekend before that. It's been great. I think one of the most exciting things for me personally has been all these new crews that are coming through. I've been seeing so many new faces and so many new crews that are sort of popping up on the scene, which I think is really great. I think the show has helped that, and then I also think, it's neat to see it in our auditions as well. And this season we're looking for like what we do every season, which is, diverse crews that are giving something that we haven't ever seen on the show before. And just, all of that wow factor and that thing that just makes America's Best Dance Crew so awesome.
Well, I feel like Iconic Boys really changed the game in the entire ABDC, all the seasons, because they were the youngest crew. I mean, and then now you see so many kids come out here to audition, hopefully making on the show. So what advice do you give to them? I mean, because they definitely, I feel like they have such a huge following, even till now. It's like they're like the little NSYNC.
Totally, they totally are. And it's amazing, and I'm so proud. And it was one of my favorite things to watch on the show actually last season with Iconic Boys was that the episode where they did the basketball routine. Right. That is when I kind of actually saw them go from being like dancers from a studio to like kind of a crew. It was really awesome to watch that. But with the kids that are auditioning this season, it's one of these things like you have to step up your game. You have to be better than the Iconic Boys. Like that's what I'm looking for. I don't want it to be I love the kids auditioning. I think it's amazing and it keeps the dance community growing, but you got to be just as good if not better to be on that ABDC stage because you're going up against adults. Right. So which is that's important as well, that they're just as good.
Do you see a lot of recurring crews come back? I mean, I know, for example, Hype 50, they auditioned multiple times and they finally made the show. Do you see a lot of them and how much they grown?
Oh, absolutely. And I always encourage crews that have come and auditioned for us to audition again, because you do get better and you sort of start to see the show, and just as a crew you get better, you get closer, you get tighter, you understand what works better for you, for dancers and for as your crew. So I think it's so important that dancers keep coming back and auditioning. Even We Are Heroes, I mean, auditioned since season 1 and finally got on the show and won the whole thing. Right, so it's so important. I love to see returning faces. I mean, at this point, not just the crews that have been on the show, but even the ones that come through to the auditions, it's sort of like a family at this point, and we get so excited when we see everybody.
Why is it LA is the last? I mean, I'm from LA, so represent, but why is it the last one? Why is it the Big Bang?
Well, I think it is always the Big Bang. We get such a great turnout, and LA is a dancer's world. This is where you come if you want to make it as a dancer, and so we like to end it off, and it sort of helps fill in the blanks of what we're missing that we've seen across the country so far. Right.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people we're going to have all the same judges, right? D-Trix.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure a lot of people are really excited to see him again because he's coming back. That last season was his first judging. Yeah. Right. So
and
now
he did such an awesome job. He was so much fun to watch, and I think he really can relate to the dancers unlike JC and Little Mama can, because he's been on that stage before, and he's just such a fun personality. He's just awesome. So I'm glad that he's back.
Exactly. So any other thing that you want to let us know that we should be looking out for ABDC?
Just look out for ABDC 7 Return of the Superstars. It's going to be another amazing season. And
Return of the Superstars, is that a little hint in something? Like, are we going to have is it going to be like last season, the format of
last season, where we're going to have those great music, all the great episodes with the good with the
artist?
Thank you. Right. Yes. So it's going to be that kind of a thing again.
Wow, we're going to have little guest appearances maybe?
Yeah, we'll have to see about that, right?
You're going to have to keep your eye on ABDC. Thank you so much, Michelle.
You're so welcome. Thank you guys so much. I love Pacific Rim.
Thank you, Michelle, Angelica, Pacific Rim Video.